Hey guys, what's going on? We are live at Brink Brewery here in Hamilton. What's the address, Andy?
5905 Hamilton Avenue, College Hill.
On down, we're having $3 Jackpot Joey cans of beer. They are delicious and award-winning. Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm the Iceman, Jeff Trenopole. And normally I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. Like I said, I'm coming to you live from Brink Brewery. And we are always brought to you by Jackpot Joey, the award-winning beer. Award-winning. It's also hats, flags, all kinds of stuff, and portions of the proceeds go where?
To the Joe Burrow Foundation and the Appalachian Foundation. We've been kind of mixing it up a little bit this year.
There you go. There you go. So we're not only getting cool stuff, but you're actually getting to help people. So what's up to everybody in the chat? Stranger, Ken's in there. Kayla, hey, what's up, Kayla? Kevin's in there. My boy Hoss. JJ, what's going on? Who day? Crypt Keeper's in there. And Richard, what's going on? All right, guys. So I should say I am hours away from leaving, going to Burrowhead. Now, people keep getting mad at me for calling it Burrowhead, but I didn't name it that. That was my buddy Mike Hilton, our cornerback. He's the one that called it Burrowhead. So I got a question for you two. Are you okay with a little bit of smack talk we got going with the Bengals, or how do you feel about it, Andy?
I'm old school, so that would be no for me. So it's bulletin board material they were talking about today on Fox Sports, which I worked all day. They're using a little reverse bulletin board material on us. The Chiefs are now calling it Burrowhead.
I saw that.
We can call it Burrowhead after this victory.
What's your thoughts, Maddie?
Well, that shit won't work. They tried that last week with the DeMar pity party, and it's obvious that does not work. So don't plan on that helping this weekend. If thinking like some mystery guy's going to come down and fix that ankle, you're wrong.
Full participant in practice. Full participant.
Exactly. He's full participant in practice. We'll see, but he's going to be hurt. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. He's going to be hurt. You can't have a high ankle sprain and not have some kind of lingering effect. I mean, yes, he's jogging, practicing, but he's not playing football. There's a difference between practicing and jogging and actually playing football. So
that's good looking TV. That's all that is. Right
DJ
now.
Reader's not up his ass right now, too.
Exactly.
So. Boom. There you go. Oh, that's great. Don't touch the table. Every time Matt touches the table, the camera keeps shaking. Darren, what's up? UK Bengals. All right, man. I love it, brother. Love it. All right, let's see. We got some stuff from the chat here. Dennis Perry, Bengals are going to beat the Chiefs in Burrowhead. See, it's a thing. And the funny thing is, my buddy Dale keeps blaming me. I didn't start it. It wasn't me. I didn't start it, but Mike Hilton did. So we're at Brink Brewery here. And for everybody who doesn't know, this is the brewery of the Jackpot Joey beer. And we had the star of it, Andy, here. If you missed him, he was on Channel 12 earlier this week. I'd say you did pretty good there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Now, to be fair, tell everybody, we didn't get this part on Channel 12. Tell everybody about the hair and what you're planning on doing and when it's still all said and done.
Last year, before the AFC Championship game, I vowed to cut my hair if the Bengals won the Super Bowl last year. My hair's kind of become a cultural phenomenon around Brink here, so it's been a long-running joke, so everyone's holding me to it again this year. So I'm growing it out until the Bengals finally bring home the Lombardi. So,
which that'll happen here in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to do a 3 fade on the side and a little short scissor cut on top because actually in my youth I look like a much smaller, less talented Joe Burrow, they said. Yeah.
I thought you resembled him a lot. I really did.
I got that a lot when I had short hair. So, but I am 20 years older than him, so he looks like me, not vice versa. But
Exactly. So are you donating the hair anywhere?
Yeah, if it's long enough, I'll give it to Locks of Love or something like that. So yeah, donating it to charity. I did that once. I had long hair in my 20s, cut it off for a real corporate job and gave it to Locks of Love. So we'll see.
Now, one thing you brought the corporate job here, and you are proprietor here of Brink Brewery. just give us the backstory again of how that happened here. And you did the garage brewery, basement brewery.
Yeah. We were home brewers in a garage over in Delhi Township. We had a homebrew club called the Delhi Mashers. We were winning a lot of homebrew awards and figured we could translate that to a commercial level. After a lot of debt and draining my retirement account, we opened Brink here in 2017. So we are almost at our 6-year anniversary. Our 6-year anniversary is in about 2 weeks, mid-February.
Awesome, not bad for a brewery out of your event. Now, Maddie's putting up the Jackpot Joey cigars. Are you selling those right now?
We are.
How much are you selling them for?
2 for 15, 3 for 20.
So if anybody at Jackpot Joey cigars, we got 2 for 15, 3 for 20, because we are planning on smoking these in Burrowhead when we win. Just saying. I'll bring it. I'm going to have some.
So when do you leave? Tonight?
No. 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Driving?
Yeah. It's only about 8.5, 9-hour drive. Dude, I'm going to have a hard time sleeping tonight. I am so freaking excited. I cannot wait to go. It's going to be so much daggone fun. All right, here we got some here from Darren. He says, we're going to score before the game even settles. Sexy Bengal, angry Bengal wins the game. So I guess that's the thing. Like they had the game on NFL Network, the first game this year they played. I was watching a little bit before I headed over here, and the Bengals again took the kickoff and went down and scored. That's what's been working for them lately. I mean, do you think they are going to stick with that? I mean, I think they take the ball and go down and score first.
That's been their MO for the whole year. Again, that's a little counterintuitive. It's a new way of doing things. Get the ball. I think that's an analytical approach because I think the team that scores first wins something like 75% of the games.
Unless you're the Bengals.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that's been probably why Zach has changed that philosophy. I think there's probably a little analytics in that decision instead of the defer and get the ball out of half. But it's been working. Don't change what's not broken.
Right, exactly. I mean, they've won 11 in a row now. We haven't lost since Halloween.
Yep, Halloween.
Yeah, so it's working out pretty good. Maddie, what's your thoughts on taking the kickoff and jamming it down the Chiefs' throats?
I love that. We've been doing that for the last 2 months, and actually they haven't lost since Andy's been to a game.
Oh, so it's Andy. He's the good luck charm.
Apparently
that has never been said ever.
Apparently it's got something to do with it, so there you have it.
Well, not only are you the good luck charm, you also brewed delicious beer, and you're about to have a haircut, I think. So
I would love to. I'm getting sick of this.
So was it long before? Or?
It was long in money.
No,
I during COVID when they shut down all the barber shops, I shaved my head basically March of 2020, and I've just been growing it out from wasn't really shaved, but a number one buzz cut. So I went all the way down and just let it go from there. Haven't touched it since.
There you go. All right, let's get some comments here. Tim. All right, says, who does strawberry ice Trenton Pole? That's sort of how you spell my last name. Ben, hey, wow, how are you doing? Ready for Sunday night? Yes, I am ready for Sunday night. I'm going to Burrowhead. We're going to have a blast. Now, we keep saying Burrowhead and everything. You know that the Chiefs actually had some trash talking. Oh, yeah. I mean, the funny thing was, I don't know if you guys saw it on Twitter or not. The funny thing was, they asked, his last name's Gay. I can't remember his first name. They asked him something. He goes, we're not going to do any bulletin board materials. We're not going to do anything like that or anything. Well, how do you feel or what do you like about the Bengals offense? Nothing. Like, really? Yeah. Like, that's not bulletin board material? Like, 2 seconds after you said we're not going to give you anything, you said that.
Yeah. I kind of like that because I think the Bengals play a little better with the chip on their shoulder, with the underdog edge. I like that the line has flipped as well, so they get a little bit more motivation. I mean, Zach Taylor seems to be very good at picking out just little tiny things that aren't much and blowing them into motivational speeches. So, yeah, give it to him. I heard that the other day, too. It was one of their linebackers. I can't think who it was. Who said,
his last name's Gay. I can't remember his first
wasn't
name.
Nothing that scares them about the Bengals offense.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
nothing scares them. Dale Ramey and Pork Chop are in the house. What up, boys? What's up? So how interesting is it that the Bengals started out 1-point underdogs. Then we went up by 2. Now I think we're 2-point underdogs.
2 to 2.5. Yeah.
That just tells you. And this is the Bengals being the road team going to Arrowhead. What's that say about what everybody thinks about the Bengals?
Jackpot has the answer to the test. Doesn't matter what field he's on. And he'll tell you the same thing. He's so prepared that it doesn't matter where he plays. It literally doesn't. He'll make a decision within a second and a half where that ball's going, or if he's going to check down or eat it or throw it into somebody's feet at the line. He's that good. So it really doesn't matter that we're going out there. Already proven, already spanked them last year with an offensive line that's not as good as this year's by far. Even the backups are better this year than the whole starting crew last year. So, I mean, I don't see where they're going to just jump on and get on top by 14. I think we're going to hit them hard. I honestly think it's going to be about a 34-10 game.
That's bold.
You're calling 34-10 Bengals?
That sounds about right to me, to be honest.
That would be what we call a boat race right there is what we call it.
The guy is hobbled. He can jump up that little step.
You got to stop hitting the table.
Oh, I'm a terrible guest.
You're making everybody on the internet dizzy because the camera keeps bouncing up and down. All right, let's get to how impressed were you with the offensive line? Because myself, I was shocked. I mean, I was worried all week about Jackson Carman. You know, I'm still worried this week because he's got to put it together back-to-back games. But going to Buffalo and dominating and running the ball like we did, I don't know about you, Andy. I didn't expect that.
I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I didn't really feel like the injuries, except for Kappa, were really much of a downgrade. I mean, Jackson Carman was a second round pick. That means he was projected to be a starting tackle in the NFL. I mean, he took his opportunity and seized it. We know about Sharping, and he's a starting caliber guard. So I don't think there was much of a downgrade. I think that's good to have actual line depth this year. I mean, Adeniji obviously had playing time last year, so he has some experience under his belt. So it's not like we just threw out 3 complete tomato cans out there.
Right.
Obviously, they had a lot of motivation last week too, because everybody was doubting them, and that was the narrative the whole week that the Bills are just going to get after Burrow because of the beat up line. But again, I think that was the most complete game and probably the best game plan that I've seen Zach put together all year. I mean,
absolutely. And by your Facebook post, you're a huge Zach Taylor fan.
I am a converted Zach Taylor fan now.
We trust, baby.
I didn't love his use of timeouts at the end of the half. I thought that was a little risky, but there's something about going for the throat. But I mean, you had the game in hand. You didn't want to give them an opportunity there to get a cheap score before half. But it worked out. No harm, no foul. But other than that, I mean, I think he called and had just an excellent game plan from start to finish. Yeah,
absolutely. And with I was worried about Jackson Carman. Yes, would you like to say something? Okay, hold on. Apparently, Maddie wants to talk.
So the whole Jackson Carman thing, what people don't realize is when he was demoted and things weren't going well, when they were trying to teach him how to be a guard, he literally buttoned his lip up and went to work. You didn't have one report saying, oh, he's being a punk, oh, he's sulking, none of that. And you can tell when he got his chance last week that he worked for it. And he was ready. And honestly, that's his God-given left tackle since he's been in 7th grade, guys. He knows how to play left tackle. There were so many more athletic, natural moves to him that you could just tell he was comfortable.
That's one thing that I heard on the way over here. Dave Lapham even said that, talk about Jackson Carman's feet, and how you got to have. I mean, Dave Lapham's forgot more football than I'll ever know, especially offensive line play. But he was talking about his feet and how offensive linemen got to have their feet underneath them and be light on their feet or quick on their feet. And Jackson Carman is almost elite at that, and how good he is at that. And the interesting part to me is he hasn't played left tackle or tackle in a game since college. So to be able to go in there and plug and play him and do as good as he did is amazing to me, to be honest. Now, this week, the pass rush Chris Jones is going to be a little different.
He'll have to be great. He'll have to be great.
Right.
Sunday. He'll have to be great, but I'm expecting him to be at least above average. I mean, Chris Jones is going to beat 90% of the dudes in the league. So if you can hold him to a sack or a couple pressures, he'll have a great game. What people really didn't notice, Jackson Carman road graded people on running.
Pancaked them.
Pancaked and road graded people. He was 5-6 yards down the line of scrimmage on a lot of running plays, blocking a second dude.
There was one play that Lap was talking about where pin and pull is. I'm going to sound smart saying this. I'm just saying what Lapham said, but pin and pull where Chase sealed a guy off, and then Jax came around and just flattened the dude, just crushed him. And that's the thing is, Jax Carman is huge, and our offensive line is actually bigger now than the starters we have.
He's a left tackle body, right? He's got a body for a left tackle.
I mean, that was kind of the rub on Jonah Williams coming out of college. A little undersized, short arm span. I think there's definitely something to that in the NFL. I mean, I don't think we lost anything in that transition there in that injury.
Well, the only knock on him, and I'll give credit to Joe Goodberry, is that Jax Carman hasn't been consistent. He'll have, because we saw games last year where he played really good at guard, and then we never saw him again. So you're right. It's guard. So I'm sure his more natural position is tackle. So hopefully this week he'll double down and do exactly what he did last week.
And the body for a tackle, giant long arms, giant body, natural movements for him. I'm telling you, maybe that's our answer, and it's too early to say that 100%, but that could be our answer to Jonah and the end of his contract. You might be looking at it.
Well, you got one more year on Jonah next year. But either way, it's a good thing to have. I mean, if they don't keep Jonah, then you got Jack. Depth. How crazy is that? I mean, the depth of the offensive line, that was one thing that I know I was worried about it. We didn't have last year. We didn't have it. This year, I'm like, oh, I don't know. We got a Adeniji who didn't do so hot, Jax Carman who didn't do so hot. And also, they stepped up and balled out. I mean, how surprised are you with that, Andy?
Young players developing. I mean, I'm a little surprised, but again, I think we're talking in all that situation. Adeniji and Carman, very young players, not a lot of game experience in the NFL. I mean, I think that was great that they got some last year. Again, when you can take starters off an offensive line that made it to the Super Bowl, giving up plenty of sacks on the way, but put them on your bench. I mean, that's a good card to have in the deck there.
All right, so I want to get my boy Rick the Rock here said, what was your score prediction? Here it is. He says, we're going to win this game by double points easy. Lay the points, take the Bengals, hoo-day. So I am sponsored by Betfred Sports. If you guys have not found out yet, sports betting is legal in the great state of Ohio. And what I keep saying, I've said this for months now, go put your money on the Bengals because I think they're going to win. Because if I would have done that last year, I would have won a lot of money because they didn't have it online. I had to drive to Lawrenceburg, and they were closed when I got there. So anyway, it was very interesting. Oh, you got it? What do you got?
That was a month ago. I'm not going to divulge that on.
I need glasses. I can't see what it says.
I made a nice bet on the Bengals at Barstool a month ago when they were 12-1. Now they're 3-1. So
you're saying we're going to have a big Jackpot Joey party when this is over, right?
6-pack of beer for you.
That's all I get? 6-pack of beer? Oh, God.
30 minutes worth of beer.
What?
That's a starter kit.
Shut up, Dale. Let me talk to you. Anyway, so we have the Bengals playing in the AFC Championship game in back-to-back years. Now, I have a question. This is one thing I want to put for you guys, and I can put it to anybody out there who's listening, which I don't know if they're listening to us or not. There's all drinking beer, enjoying the Jackpot Joey, but
few right here.
There's a few right there. But, all right, let's just say Jackpot beats Patrick Mahomes for the fourth time and the second time to go to the Super Bowl. Does this make Joe Burrow the face of the NFL?
I mean, I think he already is. Just, a lot of that's partially his attitude and his swag, and that goes along with the elite level play. But yeah, I don't know how you could deny it at that point. If you asked NFL GMs, they would probably also want to take Mahomes just on ability, but then there's results, and the results are starting to pile up for Joe. And get the gold jacket ready. I'm already feeling for him.
It'll make him the king of the AFC, Jackpot Joey.
Hey, is there a song? A song that has lyrics like that?
That is a song.
Hey, why don't you actually let's talk about that? Let's talk about the song, because you've been all over. Actually, all of us have been on Channel 12 a lot this week. Because everybody at work keeps saying, "I see you on TV every 5 minutes." Like, well, that's actually Andy and Maddie more than me. But they did do a story about the song. So why don't you give a little background about the Jackpot Joey song?
So the Jackpot Joey song was I reached out to a friend of mine who I knew was a musician, Joe Ventry. This was last year, and he actually put a song together for Kansas City, and he called it Joey Jackpot. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, it's actually Jackpot Joey. So anyway, he's like, let me work on it for a while, and he got a hold of a friend, Mike Kramer. So him and Mike, about 4 months into it, Joe's like, hey man, I got some lyrics for you here, and Mike's putting down some really cool music, guitar licks to it. Next thing I knew, it was like 1 or 2 cuts, and I sent it to you, and we were both smiling.
I started playing it on the show.
So I think last night one of Joe's relatives, maybe a nephew, maybe a cousin, put it on TikTok, and it had 40,000 views overnight. So pretty cool.
All right, so we got a Bengals super fan here, beer can titty guy. Oh no, that's Arrow. Sorry. Yeah, what's he got? Oh, you got that one.
Oh, you got to turn on the mic.
Yeah, you turn the mic on.
That's
It
how
helps.
those things work.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Beer Can Titty Guy. Make sure you go to Bengals and Brews merch and pick me up on a T-shirt. I wear beer cans and titties when I go to the game. That's the best place to cheer on your team today.
Oh God, I hope Derek's watching this. So this was one of the most embarrassing moments for Derek, Orange Arrow, and they decided to make a shirt out about it. And you were one of the first ones to buy it there, Pork Chop.
Man, soon I got a mix tile coming from my wall.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna put him right on my wall in my room too. That way, when I lay down at night, I got Beer Can Titty Derek looking at me while I'm laying in bed.
Shame, but not as shameful as Dale should be about that picture. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's Arrow.
I know.
Oh, you said
You didn't recognize him with the mask on.
Yeah, that's when he has the mask on. It's Arrow.
Yeah.
That's Derek. Yeah, when the mask is off, it's just Derek. Dale Ramey is or Dale Ramey's over there. Dale Altman. They live 2 hours away. Excuse me, my bad. Derek. Oh no, he's not in the chat. I don't know. He's doing get ready for his own show, I guess. All right, so Pork Chop. You've been a lifelong Bengals fan and former radio personality, by the way. Let's just let everybody know. You used to be on EBN and 96 Rock, right?
97.3.
97.3. So, from your years of being a Bengals fan, when we would be the Bungles and we had the Martin Lewis years and all that stuff, and now we are going back-to-back AFC Championship games. I can't believe it, to be honest. I won't say I'm not shocked because I believe in Joe. But as a Bengals fan, for what I went through, I'm like, holy crap, I never thought this would actually happen. It's actually happening for us.
It is amazing.
What? Yeah. How does that make you feel? What is the feeling like?
I tell you know what, man. Even last year and into this year, I'm like, nah, they're gonna mess it up. They're gonna mess it up every game. They'd be ahead on a score or they'd be down on a score, and I'd think there's no way. But they have won my confidence. I swear to God, we're going to play Pat Mahomes, and I'm like, Pat, who?
I'm not the least bit worried about Sunday.
They're going to fucking boat race him.
Even if he was 100%, it's already proven.
Right.
They know how to.
Dale Altman is going to hate this show right now. I'm just telling you that because
he's all about not doing it before it happens, right?
You have to speak it into existence.
Speak it into existence,
His
baby.
His theory hasn't worked so far.
No, mine has.
That's right.
Mine has.
So we're sticking to it.
Exactly. But it's kind of a little shtick here, you know. When he's on the show, he gets mad at me for doing that. But you know,
it's the greatest feeling on the face of the planet, though, Jeff. I mean, seriously, I'm already knocking out a corner in my room where I'm going to put my replica Lombardi.
Dude, I'm getting a tattoo right here.
Are you?
Oh yeah, that's happening. I said that a while ago. That is happening. I mean, but those are things that dude, the 90s.
Yeah, I
The
was
90s.
there. I was there.
We were there. I mean, not every Bengal fan was there. It was awful.
All that shit we went through was
Right.
meant to be.
And the thing is, but it makes this so much
Right,
better because
right.
of all the stuff we went through.
It was the structure. It was the concrete laying the foundation, because without all those shitty years, without, everything that we went through, we don't get the picks that we got, and every single piece has led to where we are now. You take out one of those pieces, you take out Carson Palmer, who did okay for us until he took his ball and went home.
Right.
You take out Marvin Lewis, any small little piece, and we're not exactly where we're at now with, first of all, Joe Burrow, and then it was horrible seeing him get his knee.
Well, we got Jamar because
we got Jamar Chase out of it. Joe Burrow finishes that season. We could have possibly went to the playoffs. We wouldn't have picked Jamar. We'd have been playing against him.
Yep.
For all we know, Pat Mahomes could have been throwing to his ass.
Yep.
So everything has worked out perfectly. And if they got those two pieces, if they keep those two pieces, we can build our offense around them.
Just think, we got T. Higgins in the second round.
I know. It's crazy.
How stupid do all the NFL teams feel now they didn't draft him?
Right. They're idiots.
So I got a question. So the Buffalo Bills general manager came out and said, well, we can get pieces like Jamar and Joe and stuff, but we don't want to suck for as long as they do. Well, did he forget that he traded his first round pick to Stephon Diggs and Minnesota went and got Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, maybe they need to call Duke Tobin on the phone and get some of his insight on drafting.
Well, that's good. That's good. Good one right there. How do you feel about Duke Tobin and the job he's doing there, Matty?
I love Duke Tobin, and that's the most understated thing about this whole team in the last 4 years. Nobody in jail, or very few people in jail. Nobody that would ruin playoff games became captains the following year. And everybody bitches about Zach's clock management. There was nobody worse than Marvin Lewis than managing a clock. He literally struggled with that his entire 16 years here.
Nobody's bitching about Zach Taylor now. They're
Imagine
all up
that.
They're up in his ass with a
Jeff-
motorboat.
Jeff and I actually had a personal conversation with him
Last year.
Last year, he walked right by us at practice, and I said, hey, man, you persevered. And he literally
Stopped in his tracks. Come talk to us.
stopped on a dime and walked right over to me and Jeff and said, man, that was really nice of you to say. I did persevere. I'm like, you sure did. Anyway, spent time with us. Later on, signed your Jackpot Joey hat.
Oh yeah, that was cool because we were at the pep rally when they lost the Super Bowl. Jack came out and started signing my Jackpot Joey hat, and I just said, "Hey man, I'll be at practice. I'll be up on the bridge." Didn't really think he'd acknowledge me, and all of a sudden he goes, "I know you will." And he stopped what he was doing and looked dead in my eyes and said that. I'm like, I looked at my son and going, "Dude, he knows who I am."
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the bridge with you this year, at least a couple times.
Yeah, well, we're not allowed to video anymore.
Oh,
You can go watch. They won't let anybody video anymore.
and it's not the practice bubble, right?
It's not. You can't call it the practice bubble, pork chop. You got to call it the practice structure.
Practice structure.
Sheesh.
Solid.
Don't get me in trouble already.
Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble. Hey, but seriously, I wondered, is there a coach ever in the NFL that actually went after the playoffs and took game balls around the city? Is that? I wonder, has that really ever seriously happened?
I'm going to say
before?
probably somewhere along the line somebody's
You
done
would
that.
think so.
Not that I know of.
But it's really cool how he's
He's.
taking
It's
care
not
of
just
everybody,
him though. He's got the
everybody.
players doing it too. Ted Karras, I saw him delivering one.
Yep.
He said it was the first bar he went to in Cincinnati. He was delivering
Yep.
a game ball to them.
We need to get one here at Brink Brewery here. Has that you haven't received one yet, have you, Andy?
No, and it might be for my public comments on Facebook about some of the coaching. But no, I mean, I've scrubbed it all. I want one bad, but
So are you here to public apologize to Zach Taylor?
Zach Taylor is a great coach, and I'm not just saying that.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. That's right. Zach Taylor. All right. I got another question about Zach Taylor, though. Okay. How is he not, especially last year, in the running coach of the year? Exactly.
Because the NFL, Jeff, I've been telling you.
I know. They don't like
The
us. I know.
NFL hates us.
Well, you know what? They got to play us.
That's right. They got to play us.
They got to play us.
Don't stand on the tracks when the train's coming through.
Choo-choo.
Hey, listen, last year they gave the MVP to a guy that got knocked out in the wild card round.
They
San
did.
Francisco, who was playing shitty at the time.
Right.
Should have been jackpot.
Should have been.
Last year. Should be jackpot this year.
Should be.
Should be Zach Taylor this year.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
I agree.
Good comment there, Matty. Stop. Okay, I've never heard him a few words.
What was your finest day with me? And you know what your finest day was when we were down at practice. The day after T. Higgins wore that hat, Jackpot walked right past us. And I said, "You're stuck." And he literally pirouetted around and said,
I love it.
"Not like it."
Love it. Now, what he said, we had the sign. He said, Jackpot Joey. He goes, I love it, is what he said. We had, well, not that flag, but we had a flag.
Jeff acted like an 8th grade girl that got asked to the prom by a junior.
So would I.
I'm like, oh my God, Joe said hi to me. Hi, Joe.
I tried. I swear to God, I tried. I told my daughter, I got a daughter who's 18. I said, email Joey. I said, yeah, he's got a girlfriend, but they're not married yet. I said, you just put it out, see what he says. I said, I don't have to pay for season tickets. I can sit in the jackpot suite. She said, Dad, I don't like Joe Burrow. Like, he doesn't, I don't like him.
Wait, what girls don't like Joe Burrow?
I said, quit being selfish. I said, think about your dad. I need tickets.
Take one for the team,
I
right?
need tickets and pretzels and beer. Come on.
Take one for the team, please. Like,
right.
Jeez, those teenage girls, man, they're something else.
They're hard to handle, and then they won't go out with the quarterback or your favorite
I know.
team.
What the hell?
It's bullshit, really.
It is bullshit. That's cool.
I'm about to kick her out the house.
I briefly met Olivia, and I feel sorry for her. I mean, honestly, who wants that job? That every female,
right?
Not some,
not mine. Not well. Wait,
all of them,
except for my daughter,
boyfriend, or
except for my
Except
daughter.
for Pork Chop's daughter. Other than that, he's fine.
I feel sorry for Olivia.
Yeah.
But one thing you had a conversation with her, and how did she like the Jackpot Joey stuff?
She loved it. His brother Dan is the real fan of the Jackpot Joey name in the Burrow family. So I got
He wore the hat at Super Bowl, didn't he?
He did, but Olivia told me, she's like, I gotta go get Dan. He'll be all over you. So anyway,
Now, one thing's interesting happened today. You know Boomer Esiason, right?
Yeah.
Pork Chop. Okay. Do you know he has a radio show in New York?
No.
Morning show. It's Boomer and Geo, and it's broadcast on CBS Sports Network. My man here has called him from time to time, and they are down with the Jackpot Joey stuff. And he was on, for a minute?
minute and a half. About a minute and a half.
How'd that go?
It was great. They treated me great. They busted out the 6-pack of beer. Boomer put a hat on. Gio put a hat on top of the 6-pack of beer. Couldn't have been much better. And I told Boomer I'd have a couple things. He's like, well, I can't pack anything away. I'm like, well, then you'll have to slam a Jackpot Joey beer.
You're going to shotgun one.
We're going to shotgun a Jackpot Joey.
Are you going to do it? Because if you do, you'll be on the floor.
As long as it's the end of the night, I'm going to do it.
Because I don't know if you know Matty, if he drinks like a half a beer, he's like,
Yeah.
woo. Next Friday?
Next Friday at the Elder Stag, Boomer will be the guest speaker.
Your second your special guest and person you're taking with you is Strawberry Ice, right?
We'll
Plus
talk
one.
about that one later.
Hey, I gotta try, right?
Yeah, you got to take your shot.
Hey, you never know. If you don't swing,
You ain't gonna hit it.
If somebody's sick, and it could be this time of year, you're in.
you're saying I have a chance.
Well, I was going to take Andy, but they'll sniff out the snooty East Side Public School thing over at Elder, just like that, dude. They'd sniff it out, and there'd be no good.
It's called class. What? We got class in the West Side.
The 3 and
That's right.
4 syllable words will throw the whole Elder gang off into a, like, what's he talking about? Anyway.
You know I spend most of my nights in the Crow's Nest.
There you go. Crow's Nest, a staple of the West Side.
Yep.
Really cool bar. I've been there a couple of times.
And we're all three from Delhi, right?
East Taylor Park.
Fucking
Well,
close
close
enough. Right up the hill. It's the Delhi Amigos.
Yeah, I live in Upper Delhi.
Yeah.
I live in a sophisticated area. So, is everybody having fun? Has everybody gotten the $3 Jackpot Joey beers? That was 2 people. Oh yeah, Andy, come here. I know I got someone to ask you. So you were telling me this on the phone the other day after the Channel 12 interview. You can have multiple bars and people calling you about the beer getting in different places, right?
Oh yeah, blew up. Phone, email, Instagram messages, all over the state of Ohio too. Got people from Mansfield and Delaware, Ohio, asking if we ship it there. It got some good run the other day. Yeah, so we're running a little low. I think I don't know if we got enough to make it through a Super Bowl run. We're going to see here.
Do you have it on tap yet, or is it still not on tap?
We do not have it on tap right now. It's on
Because we drank it all.
Yeah, kind of. We drank it all. Hence why we're doing the cans in the tap room for $3 because we can't keep the draft in stock right now. So there is draft out. Various bars. Don't ask me where.
I know RJ Cinemas has it.
RJ Cinema.
Okay, there you go.
I know O'Brien's doesn't because I was eating lunch and the sheriff came over to me. I'm like, oh my God. What? Was this something from like 10 years ago or something? He's like, man, I see your Jackpot Joey stuff. He goes, you know O'Brien's is out right now, and I'm having a fit. I'm like, well, they're working on it. That's all I can say.
So
Random cops.
O'Brien's in O'Brienville.
No, O'Brien, I think over in Covington. Is there one in Covington?
Okay. We got a little bit of draft. Our last little bit of draft went over to Kentucky yesterday, so
Nice.
not sure where it went, but yeah. I think it's hard to come by right now. See, you better start scouring the neighborhood stores if you want it.
exactly,
We got about 20 cases here right now.
and they're all going with me to Kansas City. Just let you know.
Well, listen, I hope you're securing new property because come February 13th, it's going global.
There you go.
We're going worldwide.
The Lombardi edition.
Yes, exactly.
We'll change the name to Championship Ale. Then.
There you go.
I like that. That sounds good to me. So, are you going to Burrowhead? Are you staying here?
I did enter a contest to win tickets, and so
neither did I. I just
they
bought
didn't
them.
say I won yet, but
Well-
I'll make last minute trip if I do.
Well, I know a really cool place to watch it is RJ Cinemas.
Man, it's badass.
We had a great time down there. What was that? That was your first time going there?
That was the first time I was there, and I told I brought the Rated R Superstar with me.
Yep.
And
Where's he at? I thought he's coming with you tonight.
And he's got something going on, but he's
Okay.
coming with me to RJ Cinema again on Sunday.
Sweet.
And I've encouraged those guys from Bengals and Brews, but I'm not sure. If
I think they're too scared to
Their
come.
panties are fitting too tight that day, and they can't make that hour and a half drive.
Exactly.
Which is closer than the stadium.
It is.
And they come
that's
down
what I
there.
keep telling them.
But I told them we should do a Bengals and Brews takeover RJ Cinema since you're going to be out there at Burrowhead.
Yep. Exactly.
But anyway, I told the Rated R Superstar after that game, I said, let's go see this again because you said you were going to Kansas City. And I said, let's go somewhere closer on the west side. Don't travel all the way over here. And then I got home and I was thinking about it. I'm like thinking about all the different places I could go on the west side. And there's many of them. And I thought, them tiny fucking 120-inch screens. What the hell am I going to do that for when
They're
I can go
giant.
to RJ Cinemas and there's a screen that's bigger than this wall?
That's huge.
So I'm going to go back there. It's beautiful. They got these real comfortable chairs with a table sit in front of you. Great menu. I got those pulled pork tacos last time.
Ooh.
Jesus, the sauce they put on those is ridiculous.
I've had those. I always get the berry barbecue wings.
That's it. It
Oh,
was like a
dude.
blackberry,
blackberry.
spicy with
Yeah.
some pickled jalapenos. They were good. And then
Well,
I
I'm
had
sure.
a big,
I'm sure Andy's going to have a party here this Sunday. You guys come to Brink Brewery
definitely.
in North College Hill and
This
watch
place
it here.
It's very nice here.
The first time you ever been here?
This is the first time I've been here. Yeah.
Oh, it's a pretty cool little place. I mean, North College Hill is starting to come up again. They got a lot of nice new stuff around here.
Gentrification's taking it over,
There you go.
making it nice.
There you go. Let's see here. What is Dean? What do you ask me? He said, "Will strawberry ice beer?" You have to ask Andy that. I don't know. He wants to know, will strawberry ice beer be ready for the Super Bowl? And Andy conveniently left, so I don't. I have to ask him that when he comes back
Just
up here.
take a Jackpot Joey, pour it in your pint glass, and garnish it with a strawberry.
There you go.
I was a bartender too for a while.
What didn't you do? What haven't you done?
Let's see. I've never ever in my life, believe it or not, been to outer space.
Thank
I
God.
swear to God.
If anybody ever heard you on the radio, they would think
I've
otherwise.
seen a couple TV shows about it, though.
'Cause you did some crazy stuff on the radio.
I did.
Just saying.
I did some crazy shit.
Kill the
That's
pork
true.
chop. I remember that one.
That's every Wednesday was my boy Jimmy the Weasel tried to kill me in a different fashion. And I made it.
He's still alive.
Thank God. My kids can all thank me for my skills in staying alive because they would have never been born.
Exactly. So Andy, we had a question here from the comments here. I got to throw this up here. So Dean wants to know whether be strawberry ice beer ready for the Super Bowl.
What's that?
He wants to know there will be strawberry ice beer ready for the Super Bowl.
No.
That's a big fat no. But thanks for asking.
You got a fruit beer, just rename it.
I also have a brewer who doesn't like doing that shit. It has to be a brand new beer, and it'll come. Don't worry.
But you do have another fizzy or whatever you want to call it, right?
We're working on something, a craft wine. Yeah.
That's for the ladies.
Yeah, probably. We don't know what we're going to call it yet, but that's in the works. Again, I wouldn't expect that by the Super Bowl. Believe it or not, it takes time to brew beer and get product out.
That's a good question there. How long does it take to do this and the process and everything?
Well, as they call it in the brewing industry, grain to glass. If you're doing an ale, that's usually about 14 to 16 days from the day you brew it until it's ready to serve. If you're doing a lager, that's usually 30 to 32 days. It takes a little bit longer to ferment and clear up. So, yeah, I mean, once you got a recipe, you still got to, you got to manage your production schedule, what's in the tanks, and have the actual tank space to brew something. So, shoehorning in a strawberry ice beer by the Super Bowl is probably.
Come on.
Sounds like you got a goal.
Next year goal. Next year.
There you go.
Well, don't worry, because next year we're going to Vegas.
Yeah, baby. We'll have a Jackpot Joey crew to Vegas. Yeah. Hey, Andy, hold on real quick. Justin says cage match, Andy Reid versus Andy McLean. Who you got?
Reed's got me by probably 150 pounds, I'd say. So be realistic about that.
He might pancake you.
Yeah.
You're worrying out of breath. I can run fast.
Hey, Dale, Ramey, get up here. I'll kick Maddie out. Maddie's on, been on for a while. We can bring Maddie back later. Actually, Dad, come here. You want to come on? No, my dad's too scared to come on. All right, so full disclosure, this is Dale Ramey, and he sits in the greatest section in Paul Brown.
People might recognize him better if he takes his shirt off.
Paycor. Well, I was getting to the first time I met this man, he comes up to me like, "What's up, Strawberry?" Shirtless and everything. And I'm like, "Hey!" Didn't realize I'd actually be friends with him a year later. Very interesting dude. But Dale, what's your thoughts on Burrowhead?
I think we're going to go up there and do what we do. I think Burrow's going to be locked in. I don't think it's probably going to be a blowout per se, but I think we'll handle business.
For the podcast listeners, he's throwing a picture up of shirtless Dale. The badass looking dude right there. So what? Yeah. Are you not cold when you take your shirt off?
Too fat to be cold.
Too drunk too?
Yeah, possibly. Too many jackpots.
So we had a good time when we went down to Tennessee, right? Oh yeah. So you guys, Matty, you come in on this. You guys ran into Icky Woods, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling me about his son's foundation. I got the picture, and then Maddie and Drunk Dan jumped in, and he's all right.
Wait, Matty took over.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like Matty at all. Yeah.
Taking it off in 2 months. The chain is on him, period.
It's over top of the big ass Bengal bee that he wears all the time. So that's pretty cool. So, Pork Chop, did you meet Dale before?
I met him at RJ Cinema.
Ah.
He had to tell me who he was at the end because he had his shirt on.
Yeah,
the whole
shirt
time.
on, right?
I didn't recognize you with your shirt on. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, that he's got to wear Daisy Dukes. Because a couple weeks ago on the show, he was like, "Should I wear Daisy Dukes?" I said no, and then everybody's like, "Yeah, wear it." All right, and he goes, "All right, I'm gonna wear Daisy Dukes just because Jeff said so." I'm like, I never even said it.
talk me into it, Jeff. Don't.
It wasn't me. I didn't. I said don't do it. And the first thing he does comes up and gives me a big man hug, shirtless with Daisy Dukes on. If you got it, flaunt it. Is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's that picture? I'm ordering more mixed tiles.
Oh yeah, that's the next shirt for Bengals and Brewers.
Yeah, there you go.
If you want.
All right, so Dale, how long you been a season ticket holder for the Bengals?
Quite a while.
So, what I just like asking everybody what it's like from where we went to where we are. I mean, what's this ride been like the last 2 years?
It was a tough transition. The beginning, just kind of watching. Not that Andy Dalton was bad, but it was kind of rough. And, then transition to the Burrow and what he's done for the organization. I mean, the knee injury was tough going on. And then watching that and, just but the blow-up's amazing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, how far we've come in just a year. And I don't know if you guys watched Bengals and Brewers the other night, but the Rated R Superstar, Kieran went off.
Oh man, Jesus! Hey,
went
off. So you talked about what I've done in the past. Well, now I'm a nurse.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So last night when there's shows on, I got an earbud in and I got the phone in my pocket, and I'm passing meds. And
you were throwing them. You're like, let's go.
Listen, I work on the psych floor. All right. So I'm passing meds and I'm out there laughing my ass off, and nobody even knows why, because I got the earbud in and the phone in my pocket. It looked like I was like what we call responding to a stimuli. I couldn't help. Oh my God, I was laughing my ass off.
I was ready to run through a wall while I don't know what's that.
When Kieran got done, come on, man.
I was ready.
I didn't even open the med room door to get out. I bust right through the fucker. And then I did the Ric Flair. Woo! When I got through there.
You were like the Kool-Aid man.
Right. Damn right I was.
So one thing that I've done since we've had this long winning streak is I haven't cut this yet. This is the thing I've been growing.
Yeah.
And I know Dale, not you, but Altman is growing a mullet out. Oh. Let's see it.
There's mine.
Woo, look at that.
My hair's thin, so it lays down, but
yeah.
I went and got the sides all shaved.
Nice.
And it's in the back too. Let me stand up.
Let's see. Ooh, look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and it's not coming down. And if they when they get the Lombardi, this shit's gonna be long as fuck next year.
Going down to his butt.
Yeah, because I'm not cutting it. If it's that much good luck, then I'm keeping it.
So Dale, what have you done for the Bengals as far as like superstition or whatever for this 11-game winning streak? Going shirtless every game?
Yep. It seems to work. Since Halloween.
All right, Andy, Dale, have you guys done anything, superstitious wise? I mean, you wear the same shirt. I know you got the hair. I know you got that part. You got anything else that you wear the same jersey?
I'm extremely superstitious. When things aren't going well, I like to change my place in the universe, move around till I find a winning combination. This shirt here used to be a loser.
I'm out of the way.
Yeah, the orange Brink B shirt. The orange Brink B shirt here hasn't had a win yet, so I don't think I'll be wearing this one on Saturday. But definitely superstitious. I'm all over the place with that.
And you can pick those up right here.
We are out of these too. We are out of these.
Well, you can pick up a Brink Brewery T-shirt right here.
Right here.
That's
absolutely.
Right.
Out of
you
the
can take it
one.
home and dye it any color you want.
Dye it all you want. Yeah.
So apparently the Chiefs are officially favored by 1 now, which I've never seen. I don't know about you guys. I just started getting into betting here recently. I've never seen a line move that much.
You know what pisses me off about that?
Actually, Maddie, come here. So
I got in it when the Bengals were favored. I made my bet when the Bengals were favored.
Yeah, that's
and then
smart.
They moved the line, sons of bitches.
Well, have you ever seen a line move that much? I mean, now the Bengals are not favored. Chiefs are favored by 1.
I'm not a big better. I'll make like one big bet each year.
Well, you know more about it than I do. I'll put it that way.
So it moved a little bit, but I've seen it move more. But it was all on injury, exactly on the injury.
Footgate.
Caused that
ankle
whole
gate
thing to sway back and forth. But a month ago, the Bengals were 11-1 to win the Super Bowl.
And you bet the bank, right?
I bet $800 on them. So.
I thought you said you were going to put the money out there, the number out there.
Well, when I found out they were 11-1, I wasn't going to do it at like 4 or 5-1. Didn't make sense.
Like I said, we're going to have a jackpot Joey big ass party when they win.
Party, yep.
I'm just trying to spend your money, Matt. That's all I'm trying to do.
I got lucky last year, so this year I'm not going to hedge it.
Well, I would have gotten lucky, but then the bar stool was not open when I went there to go make the bet, and then I got talked out of going to make the bets by somebody over there holding the phone. She's really cute in a nice Bengals sweatshirt. But you kept talking me out of it. Whatever. We'll have the argument later. Okay, I'm on the air. Oh goodness! But
Hey, my wife talked me out of it too, but she was just in my head,
dude.
She was just in my head going, Chris, I
I know. I would have had enough money to go to the Super Bowl. I did. So you should come on and talk if you want to talk to me while I'm on here. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I was gonna make a bet too because I was in Indiana and I downloaded the app just to make the bet. And then I could hear my wife in my head like, Chris, I need to buy cat treats with that money. Don't be spending that $50 on the Bengals. I need cat treats and cat litter. So
dude,
I didn't do it.
Dude, I was gonna put $100 on the Bengals to win. I would have won $3,000.
Oh my god!
I would have had enough money to go to the Super Bowl.
I think
because I was just betting on them to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I wasn't betting on them to win it or not. Just go.
I think the odds were like plus 1,700 or something
Oh,
like
it's
that.
ridiculous.
It was crazy. I got in at plus 850. Like when the clock hit midnight, I already had that DraftKings app already downloaded.
Yeah.
So when it hit midnight, I logged on there, and I logged on to Betfred.
Thank you.
I got my free $20 for
Did you
signing
do
up
the
through
Did you do the Jamar
Strawberry
Chase?
Ice.
Did you do the Jamar Chase anytime bet last week?
I didn't. You know what? I couldn't get on there and do that in time, but I did win some
I
money
made some money on
last
that
week.
one.
And as soon as the clock hit midnight, I'm telling you, by 12:05 a.m., I had already went on some different apps and made some bets, including Betfred, which is freaking awesome.
Yes.
Love those guys.
They are.
They're about to pay me on February 12th.
I like it when people pay me. Getting paid is good.
It's the best thing in the world.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know anything any better.
Right.
Well, maybe one thing. But
my wife already, she caught on to my bet, and I told her that I'm up like $400, and she goes, "When are you going to put that in our account?"
Never.
I said, "I'm not." I said, "I'm going to make more bets."
That's my Bengals money, baby.
I'm playing with their money now.
Exactly.
I bet I can be shirtless when we win this game at RJ's.
That is a bet I will not take because you don't need any encouragement to take your shirt off. So
It was a lot of fun last week. It'll be big fun this week.
Exactly.
Not as much without you.
Well, I do bring the party.
There'll be a lot of fun there.
So, hey, Andy, you got stuff going on here for so we keep talking RJ Cinemas. We are at Brink Brewery. You got stuff going on for the AFC Championship game here?
Oh, nothing too special other than the Jackpot Joey specials that we're running. It's a good atmosphere up here when we watch a game because I'm going nuts. But
and giving his Zach Taylor commentary,
which is all positive.
Love that guy.
Yeah, just come up here and watch some people get crazy, screaming at TVs, that kind of thing. Nothing too special, but yeah.
sounds like a blast to me. I say if you can't go to Burrowhead, I either go to Brinks or I go to RJ Cinema, one of the two. But we got you covered. We got the west side covered. We got the east side covered. Just go to both of them. I think it'll be a lot of fun. All right, guys, we've been up for like almost an hour. I think we're probably going to wrap this up. So I thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you.
Man, I thank you for giving me a reason to get out of my goddamn basement.
Why? Well, I'd ask you if you got anything to plug or anything, but you used to be on the radio. You're not on the radio already.
I don't have anything to plug. You know what I'm going to plug? I'm going to plug this podcast, Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm going to plug Rally Round the Natty. I'm going to plug Bengals and Brews with this man with his
beer can kitty guy.
Come on and watch Bengals and Brews. We're going to be on Saturday making shotgun bets. And that way I can get drunk again and whip out my can titties. That's him. That's Derek.
That is the legend
Double
right
D.
there. Double
and,
D.
All the Cincinnati podcasts, Blind Tiger, Tigress.
A wife and kids guy.
Yes,
it's amazing.
They saw the picture. They
it's
know.
amazing that guy got wife and kids.
Let's be honest. He outkicked his coverage when he got Sarah.
That's right.
It's
Sarah. You know what? Sarah
keeps saying,
I feel like Derek might have got lucky.
He outkicked his coverage.
He
He outkicked his coverage. We know.
She's cuter than Derek.
Hey,
Oh, definitely, yes.
he went a bit out of his class. He's probably like, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be like a baby's arm down there.
All right, on that note, I'm going to cut Pork Chop's mic off now.
And there goes the rated R superstar. I'm filling in for him.
All right, guys. Well, we're having a blast down here at Brink Brewery. Come on down. We're going to be here till at least 7 o'clock. Is it all night? $3?
All day and night until we win the Super Bowl. Yeah.
So we win the Super Bowl. $3
Hooday.
Jackpot Joey beer. Come down here. It's not only delicious, but it's award-winning. I like to thank the Facebook groups that let me live stream. You got Hooday Nation, Hooday Legion, Bearcat Ruckus. And we are going to go to Burrowhead, and we are going to dominate, and we're going to come back here in like 3 weeks with the Super Bowl. I cannot wait. I always get excited. I got to hurt him do this, and then I can bring the sound up. Ready? You're staying with me?
Yeah, I'll stay with you.
Other than that,
Other than that,
that's
that's
just
just sports, baby.
See ya!